Living every day in your head for free. You can tap away, but I will not hear you scream. You can break the keys, spread your toxicity, your world outside reality. In your room, a little hideaway, but you let it through. Enough to go insane, living in the dark hasn't treated you well. You're building your own prison cell. Hey, wait, don't waste it on me. Spite, lies telling you, don't waste it on me. Did I brush you off? Is it your lack of friends? We never met, even if you pretend. Am I in your debt? I don't owe you nothing. Don't say something you'll regret. Hey, wait, don't waste it on me. Spite, lies telling you, don't waste it on me.
So, loaded to my test stream. I already have a mess on my desk. Nice. Just wanted to make sure that I have everything for tonight. So, we're probably gonna stream for an hour or two, depending how much I'm actually doing today. But the plan is to test if everything works, the light, the sound, music in the background, the scenes, yeah, more or less everything, so that we can actually start tomorrow. So, what do you see it already? Camera's on now, have to keep this in mind. So far I only worked with one camera for my video game stream. Now you can watch me from two sides. Kinda scary, but yeah, let's do this. As I told you on Instagram and stories, I'm gonna start streaming cosplay now on YouTube, and I'm gonna do this every week. At least that's the plan. Even though if I have to go back to work at some point, but so far I'm still at home. Third lockdown since the third lockdown started for me in November, and yeah, it's April. I'm still here. So I'm trying to building the second stream now. So as I also told you guys on Instagram, I'm gonna restart with my not restart, but getting back to cosplay with the Cyberpunk I started, which is multiple parts here. You can already see it all the way over the chat that no one wrote into yet, but over the gray thing is a picture of how it looks like if I actually wear it. So there's several parts laying around. Yeah, and connected they would be the neck so far. And yeah. What I wanted to do today is, as I said, testing everything, look that it works, and also to create some patterns that I can actually craft tomorrow. So yeah, let's do this. So that's the neck, the actual neck that goes around mine. It's pretty tight and everything, but it has some joints that are movable. Maybe we even saw it into smaller pieces, but for now it's in like 5 pieces. Alone this part is in 5 pieces. There's another part that goes onto my shoulders, and another part that goes in front on my chest there to close it down. Yeah. And we also have some small parts that go on the back of my neck, which are yeah, very small, not very small, but small parts that are not connected yet. That's the plan for tomorrow as well. I mean, it's already night here, so I shouldn't drill and stuff like that. We can also poke it with something, if I'm actually feel like doing that, but yeah. So, I hope you guys can hear me. No reaction so far. Don't even know if you can chat. It should be possible. Don't know how it works on YouTube yet. I mean, I started here to play video games like 2 months ago, but I wasn't satisfied with the functions. But yeah, maybe it works for cosplay. Let's see. What I wanted to maybe, you saw it. Let's get this in here once again. The shoulder part is pretty simple yet, so I really want to add more details, and yeah, of course it has some bumps in there and stuff. But yeah, everything needs a little bit more details. More like this one. A ton of screws, some green stuff. I have to paint it afterwards anyway, so I haven't decided yet what color it's gonna be. It's gonna be mainly metallic colors, but not what kind of colors. Probably anthracite, so blackish, grayish, but also red. We already have red with the cords here that pretend to be cables on the throat. So yeah, we will see. I will decide this on the way. So what I'm gonna do is patterns. Want to have more details also on my neck part here. Especially this looks so blank and boring. It definitely needs more parts. So what I'm doing, I have a mess on my the desk is too tiny for having all the cameras around. Think about this. Maybe you have to set it up a little bit different. We will see. So I think that's the only part that's finished, more or less. Maybe we could go a little overboard and do really tiny details like here or here. But it still has to be more or less flat in this position to actually connect it still. Yeah. As I said, I'm gonna decide on the way. I see some of you guys are here. Just try to chat something. Write a word or something. I just need to know if it works, if I can see it on my phone as well, because I don't have any screens on the desk I'm working on, so I need to see if I can actually read it on my phone. I have no idea if that works. That's the first time I'm trying this. So yeah, we probably need only one paper so far. No point in pressing through the other papers. Do you see this? Yeah, maybe I have to go a little further up. Yeah, this could work like that. Yet now it's in the chat. This is the way. I think we're here. Okay. Neck. We could also look at Takemura. So in the original idea was to make the neck like Takemura's, Goro Takemura's. But yeah, I drifted away from this idea. I added some more detail and some less detail than it should be there. So we'll see where I end up. It's probably not gonna be Takemura anymore. But it will still be Cyberpunk though. So I think we're gonna start with this. because this already has some detail. I think it's faster to finish this first. Or it will give me a sense of completion of, I don't know how to say this, to get actually get somewhere, to actually get to the finish line. So 2.5. Let's start down here somewhere. In the end I actually could draw on this myself, not even on the paper, and see how it will look like first. Howdy, okay, the chat works. Hello there, Mark K, and welcome on my test stream. Do you hear me? I hope so. I mean, I don't even know if my voice is annoying. I never actually looked at my own streams. I look at other streamers. Maybe I should start that, just to check my voice. So I would actually prefer something like that, so we have to go in with like 1.5 centimeters. But I didn't check the angle though. In the end I'm probably not gonna do it that exact, but at least I'm doing it now. Just everyone thinks I'm doing this super exact. Okay, you hear me, perfect. Actually, I could just draw something. Is this like a... No, this is... Oh yeah, it is. Ha. Ha. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea. I don't know. Where's my blade? Actually need a real quick sample just to see where I'm at with the angle. Oh yeah, the angle would be good. Probably could also add like 3 layers, not just 2. I don't know, I want to make really annoying tiny parts to annoy myself. That makes sense. Doesn't, you know. So if you get this part, we're gonna connect it again real quick. Yeah. Okay. Now the other corner needs a little more. Really here, right? Yeah. My brain doesn't work as well. There you go. Need another part here. It's gonna end up like this somehow. This will be the first layer. If that makes sense. At least it does for me. So, as you can see, first layer like that. Second tiny layer like this on top. Just to make more sense out of it. More, whoops, more details. I have way too much stuff in there. And I still need more. I need screws, tiny screws. I think M3. M3 would be fine. 10mm is maybe too much still. I think this is still the tiniest one I have at the moment. M3, 10. What's the difference here? Well, it's the same. Okay. Screws there. But if I do like 3 layers, it could actually work with 1 centimeter. I would like add screws on top here, and I already lost my screw. 1 or 2. or even 3, just to pop out more detail. The more screws, the better, I think. Will be a lot of shiny metal parts on that neck. So see, and I don't have to do it twice because obviously I'm gonna copy the same thing onto the other one. Like this. Actually works. Okay. So, where do I keep the small parts? Like a keyboard or something. But let's keep it next to my phone. Maybe it has the highest chance of survival in that case. The highest chance that I'll find it again later on. Okay, neck. Maybe. No, it will be too fat if I get like 4 layers. So 3 in total should be fine. I'm already thinking about if I'm actually doing the sandwich style with Wobbler with these new layers, or just add like really just 1 layer of Wobbler without the sandwich function. Maybe the second layer with the sandwich function and this third layer without. Just to pop in more details. But we don't have to go way back down to the chin because it needs a little movement there. So we don't need more details there. I can always add like wires and stuff still. Because this won't be as annoying or as hard as Wobbler on my neck. Of course I will also wear like a fabric beneath the construction here, which protects my neck a little. At least that's the plan. Probably in the end I won't do it, but we'll see. Yeah, I just feel like I need to finish this in a week or two. If I want to be done with it and start something else. I also want to start like a new Aquaman trident. I already have like the base for it to be detachable as well. So how about you guys? How are you holding up? Are you still at home as well? Can you work? What's the deal? As I said, for me, I actually have to make my day interesting myself. I still have to stay at home. But the government will decide in a few days. I think it's 5 days. If we are allowed to work again or not. I mean, most people can, but gastronomy, restaurant and stuff are not allowed yet. For whatever reason. So we need 3 centimeters here in the back. We will probably, no, don't make it as simple as a triangle, maybe go for something like this. We could work. Always have to respect the screws I already added. Stuck at home here. Got a lot of projects and work on. Oh my god, I can't read. Okay, let's do this again. It's so small. Stuck at home here. Got a lot of projects to work on, though. So keeping busy. Okay, at least you're busy. That's always good. It's good in these times to stay busy. Maybe I will do that a little sharper here. Maybe like a centimeter. Here a half. Now we're going in. Something like this. Yeah, this looks very futuristic shapes. I'm always happy to see people also work on cosplay still. They're not as much anymore, but it's cool if you do that as well. Oh, why is this one is way shorter? I think I had to shorten one side to actually get it right, but that is no problem. First, it's in the back, and second, I still can use that for both. I just have to shorten it as well. Okay, I think I have to write on it which part it was. I will forget, even though it's already tomorrow that I'm crafting it. So I need to write on this back of the neck. And on the other two, I don't even know, how do you call these? Cheeks. Ah, cheeks. I knew it. Cheeks. Layer 2 and 3. Good. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Layer 2 and 3. Oh, you can't even see what I'm drawing. Perfect. They went way too close to me. So, what next? We have details for here, Oh, 2 layers. Maybe we need a bigger layer here. It looks so blank. It's kind of annoying. I left all my patterns in my actual workshop. Great. I would have been able to. Also, this triangle is too big. Where's my tiny triangle? There it is. There it is. So we probably need a big one. In the end, we're still gonna do 4 layers in that case. It's gonna be something like this, right? Slightly up, down, down, and straight here. I want it not as long, maybe cut it down like that. What shape will I do? The other two aren't as big, so I'm free to do whatever. Maybe go for something like this. Yeah, maybe, right? I mean, it's just a test. I actually, as you can see, I already gave up on the doing it exact. Since it's patterns, I always can adjust it afterwards. Let's see if that's work out just out of my head. that actually works pretty good. I mean, I messed up the upper part a little bit there, but it's not as bad. Could have been worse. Even the angles are good. And it works, right? I'm so bad with the camera, I don't know. Okay, there you go. See, covers it pretty good. I just messed up the angle up on top there. Needs a little bit more there. The angles are good, not bad. Just needs a little bit more wobbler there in the end. These were good, and the sign lines here. Actually do it like that. So in the end, it actually would turn out to be because that would be the second layer, since our neck is our first layer, obviously. And then how did that was the plan was for that one. I think like, no? Can't remember, my brain. Like this, somehow, I think. And adding a fourth one in the end. Like this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that works. I mean, even if it's not perfect, I can still reshape it when it's hot, when the thermoplastic's hot. So I can fit it right onto the first layer here. It isn't as bad here. I'll use that one. Does it work for the other side too? I mean, it should be the same, but sometimes it just isn't. Yeah, that's what I thought. It wouldn't work for the other side. It looks pretty similar, but it isn't actually. For whatever reason, I can't remember. But I make it work, no problem. Where's my... there it is. Oh yeah, soundtrack. What was that? Cheek as well. Keep forgetting that there are two cameras. This will be awkward, man. Gonna do faces and you have to look at them. Okay. What else do we need? We have the cheeks here. We're gonna add a lot of screws to make them more detailed. We also have covered the back here also, because it's gonna additionally be covered from these 4 parts. We won't add any more here. So the idea is to cover it like this, somehow, like, yeah. Don't know if that makes sense for you guys, but it does in my head. So we're already good with neck. We're good with the front of the chest. Here. Or here. It's tinier, but you can see it too. So I think I'm gonna toss them aside just to have a little bit more room. And oh yeah, the tiny ones too. Then the main part that needs most details is still the shoulder part here. I mean, I started here with some tubes and stuff. My camera, where is it? There it is. Kinda looks like a bat. No? Is it just in my head? Looks like a bat for me. But yeah, it wasn't supposed to be actually. Yeah. We need some more details here, but not in this area. Because my neck is actually the neck part that is closest to mine. Actually grinding against these parts, as dumb as it sounds. So I don't have to add more details here because I'm gonna mess them up if I do so. Also, you have to imagine this part should be looking like it's attached to my skin. So I have to wear the clothes above this part. Which means you basically can't see these parts that I'm covering with my hand now. Or if I'm wearing like a sleeveless shirt, maybe you can see like the tubes, but not these. But I still want to add some details on these outer parts here, because you never know. You never know if someone's actually gonna see them, or how the shooting turns out, what clothes I'll wear. We actually have to add some details, at least on these parts, on the shoulder parts itself, because it's a little bit boring, just like a... I didn't know how the name richtig. Not too bad to do English streams, but I'm trying. Also, we have some patterns in the back, but they're not perfect. First, and second, not very detailed. So we also have to add stuff here, even though considering we still have to add the 4 parts I already showed you, which are also covering a little bit of this, like there on the upper part. Can you see this? Probably, almost. For some stuff the camera's just too close, and for other it's okay, maybe like this. But that's why we do the test. I need to figure out if the camera positions are good as well, or if I have to change them. But what I wanted to say is the back would look like this. The 4 tiny parts will be connected, so it has a little stretch in it, so I can actually turn my head back as well. It will be super annoying if I would not be able to do that anymore. So we have to consider that as well. Head movement. Don't want to click any damages or stuff, or getting annoyed by the piece. So we still have to allow some movement. So what details are we gonna do? I think I need some long details here, like maybe a long triangle. No, needs a little bit more futuristic shapes. Triangles are too boring as well. Maybe get in like this. Like a half T. That's still too boring. We probably need to add a third layer on this side as well. Maybe we could go with the flow from here, like we adding a line like this, going a little into borders, follow this. Yeah, this works better. I like this better. Let's see. I think we will like this right there. All the unconventional methods are allowed. It's not dumb if it works. Something like this, right? Like a 7. Actually looks like a 7 now. Now I could just add up and we would have a drink. No. Adding this. Can you also hear the music? Is the music too loud, or is it just fine, or is it too silent, or let me know, please. Because just for this stream I looked for music that is actually copyright free, so I can use them without problems, but I also want to be sure that you actually hear it. So this looks okay-ish. Right? Gonna do it like this. But obviously gonna need at least a third layer with more details on. So, I don't know if it's gone. You think it's fine? Okay, great. Thanks for letting me know. So that was the 7 we just draw. What are we going for here? Maybe like shape like this. Do we make it pointy? No, we don't make it pointy. Maybe more like this. Right? No, I'm still not satisfied. Something has to happen with this side here too. Maybe just like a little corner. diagonal to this one. Maybe another tinier 7. Yeah. I think I figured it out how I'll do it. The upcoming layers. Well, first cut them out in foam, then glue them all together, and in the end actually make the wobble sandwich. It's most material efficient, and we still see all the details then. Something like this, right? Like a futuristic 7 for whatever reason. And we're gonna add it like this. Of course there will be like at least 3 screws again at this point. In the corner, and at least one all the way down here. Still M3 of course. Because these are the tiniest ones for the details. We're gonna use all the tiny screws now. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I can also see that the orbit, how do you say this? The font, the Orbitant font worked on the chat that you can see on the screen. Nice. So these are good as well. So we covered neck. Chest piece doesn't need any at the moment. We covered first part of the shoulders here. Layer 2 shoulder. And layer 3. Okay. Shoulder maybe adding shoulders as well. Good. I actually won't forget it tomorrow. Would be great. Already scribbled on the other side, so I have to turn it. So what next? Back side here. Maybe these, because these are looking a little bit too simple. I also don't want to screw with the layers that already exist. So not go into the borders there, maybe. But I don't want to add another triangle either. Maybe this would be a spot just for bigger screws. Just add bigger screws, yeah. I don't have them on the table yet, but like one here, and one there. Squeeze 3 screws there. Maybe the same thing here as well, so we have 5 more screws on each side. Just to pop in more details. I have to write this down as well. Maybe get another paper. Shoulder, left and right, adding, adding 5 screws each. Triangle. And then I will remember, hopefully. Then the back side, we said the top has enough details. We have to do something about, and you can't see it anymore, about these parts in the bottom of the back here. This is almost see-through, it's so thin. You can see through these parts here. Kind of fun. But since it's on my skin, you won't see through anymore, obviously. Hope you're not able to see through my body. Would be awkward. X-ray vision. So, where's my? Let's connect these real quick. Just want to be sure that it should be not. We don't add as much detail on the shoulders like on the chest piece here. But you also don't want to be scarce with them. I think I have to move the camera up a little bit. You can never see what I'm actually doing. So I'm good. This looks bad for you guys. I have to swing you a little bit. Okay. Just gonna readjust the focus now. And probably now you can only see my microphone. Great. You have to think about this as well. Maybe there, right? Does this work? More or less. Huh. Yeah, that's what you have to deal with when you come to the test stream. I actually have to figure out if the camera's fine too. So yeah, I think it's better. Well, you see most of my microphone here, but it feels kind of unsafe if I'm putting it way in the corner of the table, but let's see if that works. Now I can put at least my pen and stuff there, my pencil. So let's connect these. Keep looking at my screen even though I have to chat on my table. I don't know. Yeah, I wanted to check. Actually, I can also check the camera angle from my phone. I'm not that smart sometimes. So, the piece is connected. But obviously I didn't add any parts today. And there are also bubbles in here, but they will be on my body, so you will never see them. Huh. I mean, you can see them now, so. Light is probably screwed as well. Maybe I have to add more light. Is this better? This is way better, right? I mean, it was kind of romantic in the other version, but you can't see shit. So there you go. Yeah, this is better. So this part is pretty okay, even though I'll probably end up adding more details because I'm, yeah, bored anyway. We added patterns for that already. We said we're gonna do more screws on this side, so we need something from the for the bottom here. Whoa. Yeah, we're. Whoa. Hello there. Hi, Faya Olaya. I hope I said it right. New here, and that is so cool. Thank you, mate. It's gonna be like Cyberpunk neck. It's similar to the Goro Takamura's one. You can already see in the picture up there how it looked like when I actually wore it. But yeah, this test stream we're gonna think about adding more details. But the actual cosplay stream is tomorrow, because I have to figure out tonight if everything works, the sound works, the camera works, the chat works, everything works. So, what next? I forget it again. So, back here we said. Back here, so what are we gonna add here? Definitely need to add screws also. So probably on each corner screws. That means 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9, 10 like that, and tiny ones here, then bigger ones, and bigger, 1, 2, tiny screws for the back of the neck, for the back of the neck. Wait, are you a cosplayer? Yeah, I am. The channel literally is called Courage Cosplay, so yeah, I'm a cosplayer. There you go. 12 more screws for the back. That's good. So do we also add like more patterns? I want to keep this flat. So maybe we have to add it either here or on this side. And you can't see it anymore because it's behind the chat. So good at this. There you go. What I said, either here or here, more details, because I want to keep them flat here, these inner parts. The frame parts could use... No, we're already adding screws. I think it's overkill if we are adding like new patterns to this. Especially since no one's gonna look at them, since they're the back piece of the neck. They will literally be under my shirt, because as I said, I'm gonna wear this on the skin, and the shirt and everything goes on top. So doing too much details somewhere is a little bit overkill, I guess. Okay. So we have some patterns to go with. More tiny patterns, which we did tonight real quick, without being exact, but gonna suffice. And we have 2 7s here, one tiny, one's bigger. Okay, what else? Getting a lot of screws. I noted that we need 5 screws each on the triangles here, which makes 10 already. Also 12 more for the back, which results in 22 new screws already. Just to have more shiny details. Yeah. Do we need more? I don't know, mate. We have tubes and stuff. I'm not gonna add more tubes. We have enough tubes, especially with the ones from the neck here. 3 tubes on each side and like 12 or even more. I think it's 12. 12 cords that look like wires in the end, which will go into that piece on the chest. That actually look like everything's connected and functional, even though I'll be able to move around a little. Yeah. What else? We have screws, we have more parts. Well, if we are actually already on it, why not? Why not go on with it? Why not craft it? I'm not able to do a lot of noise since it's already night here, but I can at least cut out the foam pieces. I mean, why the hell not? So, notes, and this will be hidden away. Gonna reuse them tomorrow. Can already use these for the foam parts, so I need to grab a piece of foam real quick. Yeah, let's see if I have a piece of foam laying around one of these chests here. So I'm still around, but you probably almost can't hear me. that would work. I don't know if it's actually already too thick. This is like 3 millimeters. Maybe I should go for 2. Oh. These are 2. No, 3. I said that's 3. I have 2 millimeters on me. It's this 2. This is actually 2. Let's go for 2. Bro, you seem kinda tired. Okay. Now I have a... how do you say? Really bad headache. But I already took something against it. So I hope I won't fall asleep now. I'm actually not tired. And the pain is going away as well. I don't know if I do. I am okay, mate. I am. Don't know why it sounded that bad. Oh, there's a lot of shit in there. Even though it's new. It's a completely new foam piece here. What's the stuff in there? Okay, we need at least one cheek layer 1 and 2 other layers. You get out a list like this, right? This doesn't work actually. Oh, I think it went like this, no? Huh, my brain. I think I have to alter this one. Let's alter this one real quick. Because it's gonna be annoying to change afterwards, so let's do it now. Where is my... It's actually also the first time I'm trying to work on this stream workshop, so figuring out where to put stuff and it's gonna be how do you say? Challenge as well. So there you go, we're gonna reuse the first layer we're gonna cut out anyway. We're gonna design the upcoming layers on top of this. Makes this way easier. The other 2, one is here and one other cheek is there. Working on stuff like this at night is probably tiring too. Yeah, but I really wanted to test it out before going live tomorrow. And I won't do it as long because I really just wanted to make sure that the stream actually works. Because yeah, I said in the title already, it's just a test stream, so tomorrow's the real work. Where was I? Should go on this first probably. I'm gonna do it like this. Do I go into a spike here or let it go? No, I think I'm going for this one like that. And the third layer coming in for triangle? No, yeah, probably going in for a triangle here. Maybe the half. Like this? Yes. cheeks here. Should probably also stay hydrated. There you go. This works way better than before, so I'm gonna destroy this one. And but does this one still work though? No, it's too long now. So we're gonna add this one real quick. And we're gonna draw the line here. Like that. Okay. There you go. That'll be the cheek parts. Now to do it on foam. Oh, I gotta destroy this one too. Not gonna use that one anymore. But the 2 7s are still good. And the third one here. And let's go cheap here. Trying not to waste too much foam here. We still need 2 of those. Oh, probably should go for a pen. Another pencil. Yes, this is way better. Need to mark downside here again. Okay. One and the other side copied like this. I fit in the other one like this. I have to do it like this. The needles would be practical, but I didn't think of that before. Just to fix the pattern onto the foam so that it won't move. There you go. Oh, 3/4, good. I'm gonna add like this second layers. That and copy it onto the other side. Hola, pardon, no hablo inglés. That's no problem, mate. But I can't speak Spanish, so sorry, my guy. Still hope you can understand a little bit, even though you can't speak it. Maybe you can understand, because speaking and understanding is still a different thing, so I hope you can follow. And if not, there's still, you can still watch. I mean, most of this, the most interesting thing is clearly what I'm doing and not what I'm saying, I guess. So, third layer like this, copied as well. We're gonna cut it out, and we could also glue it together, so tomorrow we would only have to cover it in Worbla from both sides and add it to the piece of to the neck piece. What are you making? You can already see in the picture up there, way above the chat. I'm crafting a neck that looks from Cyberpunk, so the original idea is from Goro Takamura from Cyberpunk. And that is the piece, how it looks so far, and we're currently creating more details for the neck, which we are adding tomorrow, because I wanted to test the stream real quick if it works, if you guys can hear me, if the music works, if the scene works and everything. So now we're gonna cut out the details. Oh nice, yeah, I think so too, mate. I didn't see anyone do it, even though I slacked a little. I think I stopped the project like 2 months ago. I didn't see anyone do or try it like this. So I'm still excited to do it. I mean, obviously I have no problem with doing projects that already have been done. But it's also always something else if you're the first one doing something. You gotta buy the game. Yeah, by now it's fixed, so it's playable. It's a really awesome game. My problem was I started playing when they didn't fix all the bugs. It was a real pain to play it back then. I mean, the visuals were good and everything, but I had so many glitches and bugs. It was barely playable. But they had major upgrades and fixes in one in January and the second one in February. And since then it works on PC and console. Before it was a nightmare, to be honest. So one side is good, the other side. So for which platform will you gonna buy it? For PC or for console? Do you already decide? So far I only tried the PS4 version. And finished it, of course. But I obviously didn't have the time, even though it's locked down still. I didn't have the time or the motivation to do real, like every single side quest and stuff like that. But I did like half of the side quests, I guess, and the main story, obviously. Just googled Goro Takamura and now I'm looking forward for final output. Is it out on PS5? It isn't out on PS5 now. So far, as if I am correct, it is out for PS4 and it is also playable on PS5. Obviously, since it's you can play PS4 games on PS5, but the actual PS5 version doesn't exist yet. If I am correct. That was the last info I had. But you're very welcome to prove me wrong. So there you go. We have the 3 layers. They will end up being like this, I think. Camera's here, so that makes more sense. Like this. It's gonna be on my cheek, I think. If I remember correctly. So like this. Does this make sense? There you go. Like this somehow. See? Gonna cover it in thermoplastic again before, obviously. So that it's stable. Where do I put those that I that I find them tomorrow? Okay, I put them below the mirror here. I think this is the safest place for tiny pots like this because it has like tiny walls across. So it won't fly around even though I'm wielding this foam sheet. So where are my other patterns I draw? There they are. We have the 2 7s and the back of the neck. Back of the neck was only 1 layer, so let's do that one real quick. Where's my pencil? There it is. One like this, and the other one copied on the other side. There you go. Don't need that one anymore. I probably have to write on them real quick. What was that? Back of the neck, right? Back neck. Back neck. Because I'm totally gonna forget until tomorrow. There you go, one of them. And the other side. Kinda reminds me on Deus Ex sometimes. Has the same vibe, I think. Parts. Also the game. Some serious Deus Ex vibes. So the 2 7s now. Those are for the shoulders. Camera's not focusing. Now it is. Where were we? Here. 7. Yeah, and the other way around. I think I need to get some needles for tomorrow. I think I have some laying around, but don't ask me where. Never used them in this apartment. Okay, this is the bigger 7. Need a tiny one now. Add it like this. Yeah, maybe more like that. No. Don't want to waste too much foam, even though I have a lot. Don't want to waste. There you go. Let's do it like this.
I came up short today. Feels like I fell 1,000 times. Nothing but doubt to flood my mind. 'Cause sometimes it's hard to remember.
And copy it onto the other side. There you go. Putting these out too. There you go. One of those. Second one here. Probably have to exchange the blade at some point, but it's still good. Not perfect, but it cuts. There you go. Bigger 7s here. Could also be a 1. No, it's more like a 7. Makes sense in my head. I mean, it could only be a 1 if that thing would be flat. Right? Totally agree with me. If that would be flat, it could be a 1. But it's totally a 7 like this. I mean, there's no reason to argue about this because it doesn't need to be a number in any case. Just a random shape I designed. But it is a 7. Okay. There you go. There you go. Throwing this on the other side. I think these are the ones we did today. So we need those 7s. Those will be connected on top. Then the other tiny parts are here. This will be on the shoulders. Shoulders, and this was cheeks. Like this, right? The tiny triangles were here as well, like this. And those were separate on the back of the neck. I think in this, like this. Yeah. Yeah. This is it, I think. And we're gonna add a ton of screws. A ton of screws. Do you think it would be more safe to make the parts smaller to ensure movement? Coming from my experience of making custom gloves. Smaller parts on the neck, you mean? On the neck itself? For movement? So far I have it down in 5 parts. The one that's actually gonna move. The parts on the shoulders not gonna move at all. It doesn't need to. But I thought about cutting it down more. But the problem is, it's not gonna fit on my face real good. Like, in the end I want it to look like metal. And it's kinda hard if all the parts gonna flop around and move around. So it still needs to be more or less stiff, even though it's gonna be comfortable over the hours. Where's my beard? Yeah, that's the next problem. I have way too long beard, man. Unusual, right? So, there. Where's the part here? There you go. So, what I mean with what I said, maybe I should change the channel real quick. Where's the talk channel? I think there it is. Yeah. Ah, see, that already works as well. Another scene. If I cut it down here, for example, this part will just gonna flop around like here, even though if you add like strips and stuff, like elastic strips, it's gonna flop around to the side, so I don't want that. But I can move around enough, I think. Yeah. I mean, you have a point, and I thought about it a lot, but I just don't want to have these parts, especially this and that part here, to flop around too much. So I'm not sure if it's actually possible to cut them in more pieces. I want it to be stable like this. The beard, yeah, the beard is long, man. Beard is way too long. And it keeps growing for some reason. I think that's how beard works, as long as you don't cut him. I mean, I cut him. I cut my beard like every second month. Still growing though. So where's my screwdriver? There it is. And plus, but I see it. Yeah. I get a neck. I think I get a neck or back pain if I can't move way more in the. I mean, like being able to push my head back. The neck's really fixated, more or less. I mean, in the end, it won't be for conventions. I think it will be for some pictures, and that'll be good. So I don't have to spend like 10 hours in this, because I'm gonna craft other stuff for conventions. Why not make the parts in the neck part flexible to make it more compact? As I said, as soon as it is flexible, it's not gonna hold onto your face. You had to glue it on your face. And I don't want to glue stuff on my face. Because how is it supposed to stand like this, fixated, if it's gonna be flexible? There's no way. As soon as it is flexible, it's not gonna stay in that way. And as I said, it needs to look like metal in the end. So I'm also gonna use like a resin finisher, a resin primer. That'd be real flat, because Wallblow thermoplastic has a more or less rough surface. It's gonna have a real shiny and real smooth surface in the end. Yeah. With the shoulders I have no problems at all. As you obviously see, I'm still arguing with myself and with you by now if I have to change something on the neck. But as I said, it's kind of difficult, because in the game it's also metal. It's not supposed to move all that much. Oh, that makes sense. It does, right? So with this part I have no problems at all. See? Fits, it's good. And also it will be beneath the shirt, so it's gonna push a little down. but I can also move around a lot like this, so no problem with this piece. And this will just be connected here like this if I finding the hole. I don't. I think it's here. No, it's not. It's kind of hard to work with the mirror there. That is too far away from me. There you go. I think I have it this time. Yeah. I have it this time. Yeah. And the next one's here. Yeah, actually, where is it? Yeah, also for these reasons, because assembling it will also take some time. Especially when it's done and has all the details. But the shoulder is no problem at all. It holds. It allows me enough movement. It's all fine. Problem is, everything needs to be metal and stiff. And as soon as I add these, it's not gonna allow me much movement, even though, as you can see, there's flexible strips in it, so I can even fold it into each other, like pieces, at least these in the back, and this allows me some movement too. But still, it's only 5 parts. Maybe I'm gonna do like 7 parts out of it, so the only option is cutting here once more. And also on the other side, give it a little more flex. And it looks good, thank you. But yeah, that would be the only option, to make 7 parts out of the 5. To give it just a little bit more flex, just like minimum. If I'm adding all oh, it's in my hair. Yeah. Need to tie my hair up. I don't only have a long beard, I also have like long hair, so all of this is gonna be a mess combined. So tying it up. There you go. Where are we? Yeah, it's not sticking as well. My hair is still back there. It's kind of annoying. Okay. And these go into my chest bar there. And here underneath. Still arguing about connecting all of these together, or if I should leave them separate to make different movements with them, so that it could look a little different in each photo, which would make it a little bit more alive, I guess. Or if I'm actually connecting all of these just to have a little bit more control over them. But yeah, we're still nowhere to finish it, so we can still argue about this. There you go, 1 or 2 left. And in the end, the idea is that you more or less not be able to see my actual neck. If you get it, if you get what I'm saying. It's supposed to be covering my skin, even though I'm gonna wear a fabric underneath. But yeah, most of the movement will come from my shoulders and not my actual neck, because it is supposed to be metal. It is supposed to be stiff. But it still would be nice. That's a little bit more movement somehow. But as you can see, already now, this is already annoying me that it's not on top of my skin there. This is already annoying me. I need to find a solution for this. Dang bro, best to keep them separate. Yeah. You can see there goes a lot more details in the end, which some of them we cut out tonight, some of them are already here. But it is a mess to wear, yeah. It's still super stiff. But for example, these will be in the back of my neck as well, on top of there. But they will be flexible, so that's not gonna do much. But yeah, you can see it's not super comfy. But as I said, it's not supposed to be. It wouldn't work otherwise. I just don't see it doing everything flexible and stuff. It won't stay on my face. And as I said, I don't feel like gluing it onto my face, even though it would be possible. Not with the thermoplastic though. But again, as soon as you sweat, it's over. So that's no option either. And as soon as you actually gonna glue stuff onto your skin, you're gonna sweat real fast. Especially big pieces like this. I mean, silicone for your ears, like ear tips and stuff, is another story, because you actually don't really sweat out of your ears. It's too thin. And you also have pores there, but obviously not as big ones as on your face. I suggest using a skin tape or double-sided tape. Did it before when I was making a mask and it froze nice. Okay, but the other point is, again, a mask is one piece. And these are moving pieces, even though they're not moving greatly, they're moving. And it's a closed piece which is 36 degrees really around your complete neck. So if you, let's just say you move a little left or right, if it stick there, either your complete face will also go to that side. Because this is stronger as the tape. This is way stronger as the tape, so either your skin or your flesh will move with it if you tape it on. Or yeah. I don't see that as a solution. It works with a mask, because a mask is one piece and it sticks onto your whole face. But not with several movable parts. Not gonna work. It's a tricky situation. That's probably also because no one did it. So, what the... I'll make sure to connect these again so I don't lose parts. Can switch to the other camera again. Where is it? I think there. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Truly tricky, yeah, it is tricky. To figure something out. Maybe I can think of something while crafting, while working on it. Because obviously as long as I do detail work, it's not finished. As long as I don't apply primer or resin to it, I can still adjust it anytime. Because the main reason I'm not able to turn my head real good is actually the cheek parts here. But as I said, as soon as I cut them and make separate pieces out of them, they're not gonna stick on my face. And also, as I said, as soon as I'm starting to glue stuff on my face, which won't work because of my beard, it's gonna rip my skin apart, more or less. Yeah, gonna have to figure out something. As I said, I'm probably never gonna wear it on a con, because most of the time I'm at a booth anyway. I'm not walking around, so I'm actually able to bring bigger armors, bigger pieces, which aren't as annoying as this one. I actually like complete armor, but this is one of the most annoying parts I ever did, I think. Okay. So it's screwed together again. I'm gonna put it aside. We're gonna glue parts. We're gonna glue the foam I prepared here real quick. Wouldn't resin make it heavier for your cheek? It's just a thin layer, so it's like paint in the end. You're not gonna really feel a difference, a weight difference after applying the resin, because it's a two-component resin that is made to just make the surface smoother, and it's not like I'm pouring resin over it like, I don't know, with a cup or something. I can tell it's super annoying. Yeah. I just wanted to try it. I never said I'm going to make it work, but I'm still on it. Where's my glue? I think I have it on the other chest here. There it is. So we're gonna glue these sevens together. And those. But these are separate, so these are basically done and ready for covering it with Worbla. So how do I gonna I'm gonna glue them on top of this paper so you can actually see what I'm doing. Because the other board is completely messed up, so I'm basically most of the time gluing on top of there. But this one's new, I want to keep it as good as long as possible. Probably until tomorrow or so. If I know me correctly, I'm gonna mess it up either tomorrow or like next week. But let's try to keep it alive as long as possible. And I'm already sticking to the piece, perfect. The other 7's here. Applying no pressure at all in this tube, but it's still just way too much glue. Actually, no pressure at all. Funny. Come on, let me go. There you go. I don't need to. Oh, how big is the piece? It's covering that little part, so. There you go. And I'm gonna wait with the tiny triangle. But I'm gonna do this one. Was it this way? I don't remember. I think so. Yeah, I think so. Almost sure. Have you ever tried using thin metals like spray paint metals? No, I actually didn't. I mean, I have used metallic colors, but I never spray painted these colors. I actually applied them with brush because you get a nicer metallic look with brushes and with sponges, which you can't achieve with a spray. They're thin enough to help with movement, but still maintains the metal look. Oh, you mean, yeah. But as I said, this is thermoplastic, so it's not gonna move. The single parts are moving, but this is sturdy. This won't move at all. See? Single parts are sturdy as hell, but just where it was cut, it's gonna move. So that's why I think about cutting it at least once more on each side. But I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure yet. And the literal can. Yeah, no, I never used spray paint like this. I only have a primer for spray paint. And the other colors is all I'm applying everything else with brushes and sponges. Oh, it just misclicked. Okay. It has to dry real quick. Like 1 or 2 minutes. Then I connect them and I can apply the third layers for this one. And then tomorrow we'll have a lot more details on it as well already. I meant the literal can, the canister. I'm not sure what you're trying to tell me, because I have a lot of different varnishes and primers and stuff. But like I said, I'm using like acrylics and stuff for painting it out with several brushes. I'm not gonna use airbrush or spray paints for the finishing look. It's not dry enough, I have to wait it out real quick. Okay, I think it's good. Connected. We're gonna wrap it tomorrow anyway. There you go, something like this. See up to there, so like this. Obviously I'm always able to cut it and stuff afterwards. It's something going over the borders. It's just that it has the first connection. It's gonna be wrapped in wrapped with thermoplastic tomorrow. And now I do all the parts over. Okay. This one was for here, I think. Like this, right? There you go. The other one. This. Now we still have to connect the tiny triangles here. Use an empty can before instead of foam. Like you cut open a can and sand the inside to remove the remaining paint and use the sheet of steel. Okay, the thing is, most conventions, or yeah, as I said, I probably won't bring it to a convention, but normally, if I would, or if I decide I would, normally conventions don't allow you to use metal, most at least. So you're limited to foam and thermoplastic and stuff like that, because you don't get to use metal at all. So that's the reason why I never really worked with metal. I mean, it's something else for screws and stuff, obviously. But what they are saying is, as soon as you add a metal rod or something, you're able to hurt people or yourself, and they try to avoid that at any cost, obviously. The security of everyone's attending. I see that point, and that's also why everyone's working with foam and other materials like thermoplastic. So, let it dry again real quick. Works as well. I almost forgot about these. I don't have to glue them Okay. So we have to add these 4 and these 2 tomorrow. On top of the shitload of screws I mentioned earlier, like at least 22. And it doesn't need to look any good because, as I said, it's gonna be covered. And I have to cut it again, make proper edges as soon as it's all dry tomorrow. Because there's too much glue at some points. Even though I didn't apply any pressure on the glue, there's just too much. Thank you for teaching me that. That's no problem, mate. Problem is, as I said, if you're gonna do cosplay, they're just gonna hold you at the door if they see you use metal or too much metal, and you just won't enter the convention. They are able, even though if you bought a ticket and everything, say, sorry dude, you have metal on you, we won't let you enter. And most conventions are like this, and I mean, they're absolutely right about this. It makes perfect sense. They don't want to bring people in danger, because there's obviously cosplayers aren't aggressive or like that, but there's still tiny possibility that someone someday gonna use it against someone, so they absolutely try to avoid that, of course. So yeah. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for attending and letting me know that sound works, the music in the background works, and the visuals work as it seems. So that was a short test, I think more or less short. It was also, it was still an hour or two almost. Yeah, almost 2 hours, what the fuck. Didn't thought it would pass like fast like this. But yeah, we are prepared for tomorrow, connecting, mantling the parts, the foam parts into Warbler, connecting them to the neck. Also add a lot of more screws to the neck. And yeah, maybe I'm gonna saw it in half and make more parts out of it, just to get a little bit more movement out of it, but we'll see tomorrow. So if you like, I'm gonna stream tomorrow morning, like 10 hours from now or something. 10 or 11 hours from now, because I have another stream going on Twitch in the afternoon, evening, so we have to work a lot tomorrow. I hope you still enjoyed it, even though I actually seem to be tired. I see it now on the camera. I didn't feel it, but I look devastated. So hopefully gonna see you tomorrow, and thank you again for